Coffee Time Tarot. This is going to be from today until the end of Sunday. This is being done live on Facebook. Making sure I'm up and going here real good. Let's see here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to have to use my phone. I have to. I have my other all the stuff I need at Two Broke Girls. So I'm going to use my phone so I can make sure I can see everybody. When everybody comes on, just go ahead and say hi. I won't be doing any answering the questions until the end. It depends on time frame. All right, let's see where we're at here. There we go. Okay, so it's going to take a little while for everybody to get on. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and get right on in it. And you guys are welcome to rewind it. Okay, take it. Hope everybody's had a good week. I tell you what, it's been kind of crazy. I don't know if you guys caught the Coffee Time Tarot, the last one I did last week. Yeah. And then I went ahead and I didn't know why, but I felt like getting out every Zodiac sign reading just for the fall equinox. You might want to look at that. I went back and looked at mine. I was like, whoa. Yeah, it's one of those weeks where it seems like it feels like 2 weeks. I don't know if anybody else is having those. I've talked to other people and just crazy stuff. Mercury retrograde. And it's kind of going backwards, kind of got the Loki effect. All right. Food for thought for the day. Show me the cards for, let's look at Wednesday first. That's where I'm going to go. It depends on how much time I have, whether or not I'm going to go day by day, or sometimes I just get a feel for what the rest of the week is. It's going to focus on like probably 1-2 days is what I'm feeling. Probably, I keep getting Friday again too. All right, so Wednesday's card for today is Ascended Masters. And we'll get into that here in just a sec. All right. This is going to go with Wednesday. I'll show you the cards here in a minute. All right, this is the rest of the week. Show me until Sunday. All right. Okay, end result. This has been a big one. The end result is peace. That is the end result. Everybody's seeking peace, which I get that 100%. And with the number 2 being right there, this is not just about you. This is about how you reflect on other people and how other people reflect on you. And for the number 2 as well, that's more than just you. It could be, it's family dynamics. It could be a relationship dynamics, be friend dynamics. Last week I did feel like, and it's not all doom and gloom. I'm not even going to say that. But last week I did feel so passionately about the simple fact of saying to you guys that be careful what you talk about. Watch gossip. Be careful about your behavior because it's going to, what you do reflects on everybody else, right? And a lot of people are going to be finding that with the way everything has been going, it's just like that there's a definite feel. There's a feel out there, no doubt. But it's kind of like you're even going to get to have a taste of your darker self as well. I guarantee. At one point last week, you did. And for some of you, it's actually bled into this week. All right, so let's get into it here. So let's focus on Wednesday first. We've got Ascending Masters. All right, this has many meanings. But you know what? The end result here that everybody needs to be seeking is peace. All right. We've got a dove right here, peace. So that is one of the things to be focusing on. With the Ascended Masters, it's kind of just basically getting back in touch, basically being more of like softer. And I feel this. I'm sure everybody on here, when you watch this, you'll be like, oh yeah, it was one of those. I don't think it's just going to stop at last week. I think it's going to be a challenge. I feel this week's definitely past a challenge for some, but I do feel that Wednesday, it feels like a pivotal point. It's kind of like a teeter-totter. And when you get, okay, imagine this. Remember when Do you remember when you were sitting there in school and you were on the swings and you'd swing? Now, I was one of those kids that I kept swinging until I reached the top, and then you go back down, right? And then, yep, guess what? Flipped over. Funnest thing I ever did. Well, one of them. Anyway, this last week and this week is definitely going to be feeling like that. Okay. Wednesday is your time where you're not back and forth like this. It's going to one extreme to another. Now on Wednesday, which is today, it's going to go up here. Okay. So you have a choice. You're up here. You got the choice. Now you can choose to go ahead and flip yourself over and go ahead and just get going, or you can go backwards in how you feel and your emotions. And we're talking, you're going to be tasting your darker self. It is. You got a choice. It's one of those things when you wake up in the morning, it's not going to necessarily be, you may wake up and be like, yes, I've got this. It's a great day. Then all of a sudden, whoo, and you're just like, and your reaction may be different than what it normally would be. And what I mean is it's going to be to an extreme. Okay. Some are going to be, I can guarantee some of you are going to be sitting here going, okay, I just can't take anymore. I mean, you're going to lose, and I do cuss, you're going to lose your shit. Others, it's you could be like that one moment, and then the next minute you're sitting here going, I just can't take anymore. You're feeling like that one card that says the orphan, where she's sitting here like this. I mean, I've had one day where I was just like, whoa, I can't take anymore. I can't. And I just had to just go within myself. Now, if you have to take those moments, do that so you don't take it out on other people. And I'm not saying the whole week's going to be bad or anything, not by any means. But what I'm saying is be careful of your action reaction, because a lot of the stuff is external, but also with Mercury retrograde and it's going backwards, that's when a shit storm comes, and it's going to be one thing after another. Okay. So, but Wednesday, we're sitting up here, remember I was talking about the swing like this, back and forth, back and forth. All right. But you get up here. Yeah. You got a choice. You can go ahead and just go with the ride, or you can go ahead and go backwards with your personality. Okay. That's where that's kind of the point I'm making. So with the Ascended Masters and with the number 7, a lot of you are focused on money, getting balance in this area. I am seeing love as well, but I mean, I'm seeing a lot of stuff. There's so much. That's the thing, is being Wednesday, this is like an important day for self-inner reflection. And you may not even notice that you're doing it at first. Okay, what I mean by that is you could have 50,000 things come through your brain. Okay, like I'll get to this. This is going to be the rest of the week. And it's not just today. This is a lot on people's shoulders. Okay, but it's not just, it's finances. There may be physical issues that you have to take care of. There could be, just imagine, like vehicle. I had that problem, or I should say we had that problem, because I tell you what, it was just a shit show. All right, so, but it's not just one thing. You've got, it's the week where you're not just dealing with all that stuff, but you're also, I'm seeing the past here as well. It's actually dark thoughts. Be careful of dark thoughts this week. It is, but there's more good here. But the thing of it is, there's so much that has to be done now, but yet you have to kind of self-reflect at the same time. And there's no break. There's no peace on it, except for today. If you take a minute and you step back, I'm telling you right now, you can slow your thoughts down. You can chill your brain out, and you can just take a moment. Okay. Because on Wednesday, a lot of you are going to be sitting here really having to get in touch with self and higher self, and whatever your belief is. I believe in above and around, whatever your spirituality is. Okay. That a lot of people are feeling a detachment from that, because it's just been so much, and it's not just chaos and conflict. It's just stuff that's just, what's going on? What I'm trying to work through this, but I've got this other stuff, and it's just, how does it make you feel? At one point, it will make you feel like this. Okay. And some of this is the stuff where you sit by yourself and you don't say anything to anybody else, but you're sitting here and you're thinking things out. And so you're trying to do all this, plus work on, and this is just in general, this is everybody. Everybody's going to find something. Family issues. It could be relationship. It could come out of the blue. So be careful with your words, and especially with your thoughts right now, because the simple fact of it is it's the Loki effect. And this is going to be going on until October 2nd. Okay. So Saturday, I believe. All right, so just hang in there. I'm not going to say it's going to miraculously fix itself because you have to put the self-work in to make sure, and especially with the number 2 over here with peace. Some are seeking peace with themselves, others with the number 2. There are others around you that it's just because of how you felt, and you can't really explain why you feel that way. I'm telling you, look up, look up. I am not an astrologist, but I'm telling you, look up. And I did finally, and like I said, I looked up Mercury retrograde because I could tell anything and everything was going on. But you're still working on some of you are working on self-healing and really getting back in touch with yourself. And it's kind of hard to do that when you've got so much other stuff. Now, I'm telling you, this is going to be kind of like a reprieve day. It's going to be like it's the one where you can choose. I mean, it's not necessarily a reprieve day. It's, how do I put this? You have the choice on how your day is going to go, no matter what. I mean, you can, just like the swing, you can be going like this, right? Like I was explaining, get to the top. Boy, you can go for the ride, or you can go backwards with your darker self. And you're going to run into people who are acting and feeling the same way. So remember that. I'm not even going to lie. I literally stayed away from a lot of people yesterday. I took and did some work out with my animals, talked to Miss Shelley for a while. I had to take a minute. Okay, take those minutes, right? Take them. Life's crazy, life's busy, but go ahead and take them. It's a must right now. You are going to see a lot of, I know that a lot of people have been sitting here going, you know what? I see this person behaving. It's people you don't even know. You can tell by the way people are driving, by the way they speak to you. Okay, it's not just you. So do your part for yourself and for others, especially if you have others in the home. Okay, and this is, I'm seeing love as well. This could be family, friends, lovers, however it applies to you. Be careful how you treat them, because it's going to be a snap. I mean, you're going to feel like you'll be fine one moment and you'll be like, oh, that's it. Okay, so be careful. Wednesday is the one where you make the choice. You can choose to have a great day, no matter what. I mean, because a lot of issues are going to pop up that you can't fix right now, right? So why not just enjoy your day? Why not just take and focus and try to get some balance back in? Today is the one where you are not so much just doing a balancing act, but you got a choice as to whether you're going to be basically, and I do cuss, an asshole, or you're going to and go with the flow, or you're just going to go back, or excuse me, yeah, you're going to go back this way and be kind of like how you've seen other people behaving. Not everybody, but for the most part through the week, you have seen people like this. So make your choice, because a lot of times this is the time you got to watch the words that come out of your mouth and your actions. Okay, so today you get to choose. Why do I say this? Because Wednesday, you've got conflict. Okay, some of you, this will be conflict that you're still having to work with. It's kind of like, it's not necessarily, some of you, I hear it's catching up to you. Okay, whatever that means to you. Others, it's just, you may have off the wall situations happen, but you have a choice to go with the flow or just self-implode until you explode. All right, this is not everybody. You're going to be walking through the day. Like, I've had a good day so far, but I'm tiptoeing around because the last week and a half, I'm telling you, I've been watching. All right, for some of you are going to be, this is within self. We've got hidden motivations. All right, remember that's why I was talking about people and how they behave. For some of you, this is going to be important because it's going to be hidden motivations. Okay, but the only thing is during this time with the Mercury retrograde and with it going backwards and doing the Loki effect, do you see something here? Be careful of judging too fast. Do you see the hidden motivations? She's just standing there. Do you see the children in the back? It looks like a happy life, right? Okay. Be careful of what you assume. All right, because not everything is not everything is what it seems. All right. Yeah, you're going to have like off the wall stuff happen and stuff, but that's kind of calming down a little bit. Now, Friday is standing out for some reason. I'm not sure why yet. I'll get to that one. But hidden motivations. And for some of you, I do not just the children, but I see a deer in here. And deer represents love. Okay. So you may be watching other people doing self-reflecting, and it almost looks like they're brooding, kind of not saying much. Behavior might be a little bit different. Don't always jump to the conclusions that it's going, and they might be really quiet. Okay, they're trying to self-reflect is what's going on. That's what's going on. And for some of it's not going to go for all of you. If you've got hell going on in your life and you say if you've got a partner and something's going on, then that's not applying to you. This is just general life. This is family, friends, lovers. You guys usually generally good, but somebody's acting different. And it could be, and for some, it's going to reflect, this is where you're up here. You've got a choice. Can you just go with the flow and not assume it's all about you? Or are you going to go backwards and kind of reflect, I've had enough? Okay, so don't just jump to conclusions today, because it can actually avoid some kind of conflict. And for a lot of you with the conflict card, it has been rough seas, especially for the last week and a half. Some of you, I hear 3 weeks. Okay, just take a breath, just hold on, okay? I mean, it's been, for a lot of people, it's been not just a teeter-totter, it has been, let's flip it over and step on it, okay? But today is a day that it's not gonna be so out the roof, all right? As long as you don't let it be out the roof. So don't assume, see, with intentions, don't always assume everybody has hidden motivations and bad intentions for you. I feel like this has to go with the number 2. So it's something, it has to do with love, family, friends, or lovers, okay? So it's somebody who would be close to you. And be careful, you could reverse the roles. It could be you reflecting this as well. So, but that's the thing, is it's time to somewhat go with an inner reflection. Some of you, I'm seeing decisions, you're just sitting there, you've just been sitting in it in the back, whatever it is, and it could cause conflict. But it looks to me like you're sailing away on Wednesday today. You're sailing away from the rougher waters for a minute. But like I said, again, don't tiptoe around people, but don't assume. Okay, if you got something you're kind of curious about, don't assume, ask or talk. Okay, communication, that's it. What I kept seeing was, and it was kind of difficult. Do you remember when I was saying, with the swing, you go up, you got a choice to take and basically have a good day and just go with it. Just go. Or you have the choice to swing back. Fear. Some are going to have fear that is involved with whatever it is that's going on today. And you're seeking peace is what it is. And there is tons of other stuff going on the outside. But the conflict, it's showing me sailing away from rough waters. It's starting to calm down. Okay, so do not assume about other people. If you usually have decent communication, then ask them. Lately, some of you have been worried about getting your head chewed off. Don't worry about that. Just go ahead and ask. If you don't have communication, it's about time you had self-reflection and go ahead and start communicating. All right, so we're going to move on from Wednesday. So just today, it's not tiptoe around everybody day. It's not. I'm telling you what, Monday and Tuesday, I could have hidden a hole. That's about how I was. Nobody wanted to be around me on Monday. So we're all guilty of this at one point within the last week and a half. I'm telling you. Okay, starting for the rest of the week, just in general, until Sunday, we've got spirit working on your higher self, because a lot of people have not been feeling that vibrant. Do you see how the heart is vibrating? It's like emanating rays of light. Okay, so that's actually showing your true self and actually being that loving self that you are. And for some of you, why am I keep hearing decisions? Who's on here? I can't even see who's on here. Okay, so decisions, this is let's just get that one out of the way because I keep hearing it, all right? And for some of you with the peace, you see how our back's turned? Again, it has something to do with this right here about hidden motivations. I don't think it's necessary. It may be hidden motivations, but it's not bad, if that makes sense. It's a happier life. And with the deer in there, that represents love. It's something that your heart desires and loves, but you're not doing it just by yourself. Okay, so let's go ahead and wipe the decision part out real quick, the intentions. So be careful about both cards are intentions. So be careful about how you read people's intentions, or if you're the one that's doing it, others may be perceiving it different. I mean, that's not sounding cold, it's kind of on them, but the thing of it is, then again, it's not, because the communication is something that has kind of slowed down for everybody. Either you're over the top communicating, telling everybody what you think, or you're not saying a thing because you're self-reflecting. All right, sometimes we need to take the self-reflection and we need to just, go with it, but you make sure that the people that you care about, you need to communicate it. at one point. Once you get a square in your head, whatever this is about, some kind of decision. And let's just get that out of the way. What's this about? Burden. Feeling burden. Moving on. Now, if this is about, this almost feels like moving on from a person. Now, I don't know, and it could be a person that you're moving on from now, but feels like reflecting on past. Okay, so it's been a burden. You're about to lay your burden down, but it's an avoidance of a decision. That's what I get, because there's moving on. You know you need to move on from something. It's been a burden. But the motivations, the hidden motivations, it's self-reflecting. It's not something, okay, we've got the marriage card here. All right. So it could be moving, and number 5, change is coming. Now I'm picking up on somebody who's on here. I can't see who's on here. If you're on here, say hi. But anyway, it's talking about, and what I'm seeing is I'm seeing a prize. See, I don't have tons of time today to like really get down deep into what's all going on here. I just want to get the gist of the week, but this is picking up on somebody on here, and it's talking about the hidden motivations. You seek a happy home life and a happy family life, and it does show love. Love is involved, so it's showing current love. All right, it does show that there's love of family, friends, lovers, however it applies to you. But past events have caused chaos and conflict. And what is this about? It's about a burden you've been carrying for so long that now you're at the point you're thinking about moving on. Why? Because we've got the Hierophant. Now the Hierophant represents several things. It's talking about traditional values. It's talking about conformity, marriage, commitment. See, this is that's why I felt like picking up the love deck. Yep, somebody's healing. All right, so now's the time to heal. Whatever this is has been something that's been put off, and it can't be put off anymore. Why? Because you're making investments, and this is not just financial. This is blend. This is a blend. This is not just about money. This is about you're investing in a family, happy home life. That's what it is. So there's a shift that's happening, and it's something you have ignored for a long time, but you're no longer a decision. You're no longer ignoring it. So what I see in my head, it's been slow, but it's been coming for a long time, but it's something that whoever this is, you reflected and took and did everything else but faced it. Well, now what I'm seeing with the burden card, the 10 of Wands is completion. And this has to do with the past relationship. Yes, it does. But anyway, you're laying down your burden. And not because no matter what it was like before, if there was caring and love before with the other person, for whatever reason, that's not what you're laying down. You take the good parts and you leave the bad. But it looks to me like you are focused on something, starting new. That's what the hidden motivations are. This is self-reflecting, something you have not said to other people. You are sitting here thinking it through, but you know there's no more waiting for some reason. You're moving on. And you're moving towards a happy home life, happy family life. Has to do with friends. Then, it's just getting back out, living again. That's what it's about. Okay. Nobody said anything, so, all right. It's okay. Let's see here. So I'm going to put this one over here. So whatever it's about, a decision is going to be made, making investments. It's finally, instead of not making investments, and it's not just, like I said, what am I missing here? Things coming to fruition. Okay, so yeah, now's the time. Manifestation. You're now making it happen. Even, you know what I mean? And this is not just in the love, caring about other people area. It's also about investments. I think whoever this is, you're quietly working on something that is it's something that you've done before. Are you good at? Do you see how he's got the pentacle at the bottom? Yeah, it's something that you have had the skill in the past to do. You're very good at it, but you've been focused on all these other pentacles. And what I'm seeing is like water. It just flows through your hands. So probably more money's going out than coming in, but you're about to, this is about overcoming conflict. What? You're starting off on a new endeavor, period. All over the board. I'm not seeing necessarily that, let's see, right, yeah, because right now you're in the hermit mode, which is self-reflection, and you're focused on loss. Okay, this is, but yeah, that's exactly what this is. Okay, patience. Your message is, if this has to do with financial, it says be patient, because you know what? Whatever you've been investing in is about to pay off. All right, so that's financial. Love-wise, we've got fulfillment. Okay, wish fulfilled. Okay, so this is not about, to me, it doesn't seem like it's something ending. It is, but it's not. It's kind of hard for me to explain it. I can feel it, but I don't know how to put it in words. It's starting, wishes coming true, realizing dreams, happiness, cheerful, joy, fulfillment, positivity, optimism, satisfaction, success, abundance, prosperity, rewards, triumph, overcoming obstacles, overcoming, and this is not just physical obstacles, this is mental as well. Decision, and what is going to do this? A decision that you've been quiet about. And for some reason, it's should I stay, should I go? Okay. But you're overcoming that now, and you're actually focused on it. Yep. Why? Because you're now focused on emotional intelligence. I mean, you're using combining both logic and emotions now. You're no longer just thinking, okay, well, A, gets to C. I'm an emotional person, so this is hard for me to explain. I mean, I do think logically, but I'm mostly emotional. You're going to get emotional first from me. But whoever this is, it's logical all across. Okay, so and right now, where are you at with the new beginning? We've got the Fool. Not talking about a foolish person. Okay, but this is a leap of faith. So whoever this is, you're about ready to take a leap of faith. Yep. And you're about to stand in what I would call your power. I don't usually say this, but with the Emperor, you're well liked, you're well looked at. Yep. Whatever decision, and it has to do with not just financial, but it's across the board. End result, it looks to me, whoever this is, it's leveling up is what it is. If it's relationship, you're leveling up to, say, if you're engaged, you're going to get married. Yeah, that's what it's about. Okay. All right, let's move on here. Nobody said anything. Who's on here? Say hi when you come on. Because I will be picking up on people, and it doesn't matter if you say anything or not. I'm going to pick up on people. It just happens that way. Okay, so anyway, for that went out to one person because for whatever reason, this is something must have been eating them up. And whoever it is, it feels like they had a very long, not just a couple weeks, longer. Hi, Shelly. I was just talking about you a while ago. I was saying how I was hiding out and I was taking care of my animals and taking care of stuff and chit-chatting with you. All right, so anyway, for today, of course, this is for today. This is just kind of getting back in touch with yourself, trying to seek your peace again, and just kind of like the Eye of Horus, just kind of seeing beyond what's immediately right in front of you. Okay, it's kind of like using that third eye. It's getting back in touch with your higher self. All right. Do be careful because it's with the Mercury retrograde, the way it's kind of going backwards. And yeah, this one's not a pleasant one. I'm not going to lie. With this one right here, be careful of dark thoughts. Everybody, I am not ashamed to say, yeah, I have had dark thoughts. I don't think anybody hasn't. Okay. Because of just how it's just off. Just be careful. Don't believe everything don't believe how you're feeling at first. You know what I mean? Especially if you're feeling like roar or you're, oh my God, the end of the world. I did. I'm not going to lie. Monday I had it. It was just so much stuff at one time. I just had to, I just kind of shut down. Literally. Well, okay. Well, if you get like that and it's almost like being depressed, here's the thing. Just remember, if you start feeling like that and stuff's overwhelming, number one, I like to take a nap because I never sleep during the day, but I could have slept for the last 2 days. But sometimes resetting my brain, I have to go to sleep. A lot of people are, I'm assuming a lot of people are like that. But anyway, find something, just if you're feeling down whatsoever, you give yourself 1 day. This is my rule. You give 1 day because you got so much, and I do cuss. You may be feeling in your feels. You may be thinking all these other stuff that, about past and, what the future, you've got to build towards the future. Maybe financially it's going through your fingers faster than you can hold on to it. Okay, it's changing. A lot of this, be careful of the Loki effect. of feeling like you just can't pull yourself out of it or nothing's ever going to change. Be careful of self-prophesizing. And what I mean by that is how you feel is what's going to come to you. So if you're feeling down, literally one day, that's my rule. It's my rule. It has always seemed to work for me. I'm telling you, it might not work for everybody, but do not let yourself sit there in those feels forever. Feel it. If you got to get mad about it, get away from people you love. Don't do it there. All right. But don't block people you love out either. I mean, because that's another thing. I don't really realize I do that, but I kind of just get by myself from to where you just gotta, I can't, I gotta take a minute. And people could be talking to me and I won't even hear them. Now, yesterday, I tell you what, I could feel the shift. There was a shift literally happening. Shelly could tell you we were sitting there and it turned 11:11. Okay, that's pure signs for me. That's angel numbers. It's a shift. The shift is happening to where all the chaos and conflict, and this is not just about current conflict, just what's going on now, plus all the other stuff. This is actually about not just healing from the past, but decisions. If you watch the other ones, the other readings I'd done, I felt like doing those, and I felt like doing them real quick for a reason, because I had a feeling stuff was coming. And guess what? Mine was square. It was right on. I don't know about your guys' if you've watched them or not. But anyway, just continue to take, and you'll notice it's going to be easier to start thinking more about the future now. A lot of people are sitting here, well, I got to think about the here and now. This is what I've got going. And okay, that's kind of the mood I was in the other day. Except it was like, there was like, those little bleep things that go on your mouth. It was all over. I think the whole screen would have been covered, so I didn't come on. So anyway, be careful with dark thoughts. Don't sit there for too long. Others of you, change is coming. It's talking about traveling. Some of you maybe need a vacation. Okay, whatever the travel means, start setting goals for yourself. Okay, being more open. All right, this is shift. You're going to notice that you're going to be maybe daydreaming, but yet it's still it's what you don't realize is putting stuff into action. Okay, you are getting ready to this is also, I keep hearing this. Now I've gone through this more than once. If you see that everything and anything in front of you, and I'm not, let's go ahead and take if people like family, friends, maybe you do have this going on. If you don't, then take it out. Okay, with the 2 card, it shows me solid. All right. So what I'm saying is if you're in a part of your life where you found everything just seems to freaking fall apart, it could be job. Some of you could be relationships. With that card right there, this is not really what it's reflecting on. Okay. But it just seems like you just keep losing stuff. Nothing goes right. So you got bill after bill after bill, weird crap that even adds more onto you. Okay, if you see things slowly being taken away from you, or you feel like you're being guided in a certain way, it's going to get rougher with that. I see a tower in my head. It's going to cause chaos and conflict until you figure out it's time to take a different direction. Because once you get to a certain point in your life and you've already fulfilled whatever it is, where you're at that time. I mean, I can use the example. I'm not going to get into all of it, but yeah, I was totally uprooted. Okay, it was rough because I was slow, because I was so up in my head doing the, self-reflecting and focusing on what was then and there, and so focused on everything else that I didn't see it was time for me to get out of that situation. All right, and for some, I don't really feel this has to do with relationships. If it does, apply it as you will. The reason I say that with the 2, it's showing me that people are going through this with family, friends, lovers. Okay, so it's like not people disappearing or anything. Okay, so the next card we have is the Spirit. I do have to watch my time. We do have the Spirit. All right, so you're going to find, like today, this is not just about daydreaming. It's actually feeling in touch. It's actually feeling more open. It's feeling, Shelly, come on, woman. You are so good with words. You know where I'm going with this. With the vast universe, the universally, what's going on right now, whether you believe it or not, is opening up a whole new portal for you to kind of walk through and start, because where you're at in your life now, it's no longer serving you. Okay, so life is always changing, correct? So if we just go with it, now we're going to start opening up to it. Okay, and you're going to Wednesday, especially Wednesday and Friday, Wednesday and Friday. I don't know why those are hanging out. Today and Friday, you're really going to be finding and decisions. If you watch every single one, I almost did the Zodiac signs. I almost did it as universal, just one reading, because almost every one of them, I think, had a decision to be made, because the shift happened. And what it is, it's time to kind of level up in the next step of your life, to no longer, if you're not supposed to be hanging on to whatever it is, people, places, or things from your past that you may still be having what I call hauntings. Yeah, that's a nice word. That's a nice word for it. Past events that have put a cloud over top of you, it's time to let those go. And you are going to be shown, listen, it's time. It's time. And for whatever reason, everybody's going to have this. I'm going to make a decision. Receptive, yes, being more receptive. So if you haven't been receptive, the universe is going to grab, and with Mercury retrograde and with the way the Loki effect, it ain't going to be pleasant if you just take a minute. Okay. Door to spirit, intuition, and manifestation. What was I talking about? All right. It's time to do something new. It is time to grow. It is time to be receptive. As Shelley said, it's time to kind of meet the new you. I'm not going to say you're going to change overnight, but there's a whole, even you could end up living in the house that you're in for the rest of your life. But this is a new life. It's a new way of living because you've outgrown whatever it was in the past. And now you're being almost offered. I think they tried to do it sweetly, but a lot of us are like, oh no, oh my God, I've got this and I got that. And what? Squirrel. Or you got 50 other things that's coming down on you. All right. So it's going to be really tough to work through this, especially this Mercury retrograde, to really get focused, but you're going to feel this and you're going to just pay attention because, like I said, I keep hearing door to spirit too. Some of you, there was lost, door to spirit. Okay. That one, I'm telling you, usually the veil starts thinning a lot. It's a little bit further, but I'm telling you, the veil is already thinning. You just got to pay attention. I mean, Shelley can back me up on that one. There was, quite a bit happening. Pay attention. You'll be able to use your intuition. Right now, your intuition, believe it or not, is going to be heightened. It's going to be very heightened. Use your intuition that, sometimes there may have been times where you'd be like, oh, well, I think that's what I'm supposed to do. Yeah, it feels right. And then you do it and it just ends up to crap. That wasn't really your intuition. All right. This time you're really going to be feeling on point with your intuition, and it's time to, your message is for anybody, whatever it is that you're manifesting in your life, use your intuition. It's time. This is the time now, literally. And the self-reflection. So be careful today, especially if people are inner reflecting and stuff, to assume that they've got hidden motivations. Now, if you, like I said, again, if you are sitting there in some kind of relationship or family situation and there's some shady stuff, then apply it how you will. But for this right here, this is talking and it's showing me two people. All right. So it could be family, friends, or lovers. Don't assume. Why don't you try if communication, start talking. Intuition and manifestation. Now is the time to take and see, it's reflecting on a new way, a new life. Right? It's kind of like leveling up. It's like, I don't play video games, but it's like leveling up. That's what I'm saying. Okay, so okay, I almost said back and forth, and there it is right there. All right, so this basically, the rest of the week is going to be self-reflecting. Yeah, you're going to have a few things that happen and stuff, but you're going to have to figure out, am I going to go with the flow or am I going to rawr, right? Okay, so what is some of the stuff that's going to be going through your mind for the rest of the week? And what? Thursday. Okay, so that's why Thursday is sitting in there and I got Wednesday to Friday. For a lot of you, Thursday, I was wondering what Thursday is. It's these cards right here. And it is more inner reflection. So this hidden motivation where you may be watching somebody's behavior, it's kind of odd. Don't always assume it's going to be bad because they might be working through something. But why don't you try talking too? Family, friends, lovers, why don't you just try asking? Because a lot of my instant response, and that's a good way to use the example, is when stuff happens, the way in life, the way I was raised, I'm having to learn to be different. And this is what I'm talking about. You're manifesting something new, right? So you have to, if you want something, whether it is, whether it is, say if it's relationships, say if it's just new life in general. If it's like having a happy home life, however that is to you, then you have to kind of morph. You have to change. And to me, when I'm looking at this, I'm not gonna lie, some things I'm learning. I'm almost 47 years old. I'll be 47 in November. But you know what? Life is always about learning. And if it's important enough to you, then you are going to try. So a lot of you, that's it, try. Okay. So anyway, we've got, and what is going to be kind of reflecting in your mind, possibly, not all of these, but some of these will be going through people's minds on Thursday. And do not beat yourself up, or don't sit here and, start brooding if somebody else is going through this. I mean, literally, just take 2 seconds, talk to them. Hey, is everything all right? And don't just stop there. Just say, hey, you know what? It looks like you might be going through something. Can I help? If not, just let people know that you're there. That's it. That's the example I was using. Because for me, in past times, I'm not going to lie, I usually would just go within myself and I just, that's it. Okay, for whatever reason in your life, there is something, people, places, things. A lot of this has to do with family, friends, lovers. You see the two? Okay. What? Family, friends, lovers. Something has given you purpose, so therefore you're going to try, okay? In the meantime, some of you are working through loss. And do you see how, yep, kind of, you're not anchored, you're not chained to it. See? But the loss, it's starting to, it's a healing is what it is. It's letting go of people, places, and things, okay? Maybe you've lost a lot of materialistic wise. Maybe, example, years back, I literally lost 20 years worth of, me and my children's stuff. This was years ago. But I tell you what, it wasn't easy. And it took me a while to let that go. There's been other times that I've lost people I love, especially a couple of my kids. And I'm telling you, stuff like that is what you've got to eventually, you don't have to let go of how much you love them, or if it's the memories you made at a place and you lost it, or I know it's material possessions, but there's memories there. All right. This is you working through whatever area of life it is of loss. Okay. However it applies to you, loss of friendships, loss of lovers, loss of whatever it is to you. Okay. You do expect to be going back and forth. Do you remember what I said? Just like the swing. I'm going to go over. No, I'm going to go back. Ugh. Okay. However you apply it to yourself, you will be going back and forth, and you will be hiding behind it. Either that, or it's going to be somebody around you. You see the mask, hiding behind the mask, hidden motivations. So even though it may look kind of sneaky and shady, and you ain't got nothing else going on, let's just say nothing else going on in your life. You got a good relationship. You got a good relationship with your family, friends, lovers, children. Let's just say that there's not a bunch of crap going on. Okay, do not judge. All right. Everybody to a certain extent will be feeling this. But see, the thing is with the mask on right here, do you see how in the back here, how it's darker? But they are reflecting on more positive now. Okay, so just give it a minute. Sacred temple, spirit. All right. So this is basically building your castle. Okay. Oh, that's it. Building your castle in the sky. It's always a dream. Oh, it's a dream. It's just never going to happen. For some of you, the message is, yes, it is. When you're inner reflecting right here and you let this baggage go, because it is a baggage, because it holds you down. You don't have to let go of the feelings. You don't have to let go of, if it was good stuff, if it was bad stuff, let it go. Okay. And some of you will be focusing on deserving. I do deserve. Not that I deserve everything in life. I deserve that. I deserve that new car. I deserve that new house. I'm going to go get my nails did. Okay, I am not one of those people. That's not what this is talking about. I am deserving. It's actually opening up, because some of you, the reason I did that reaction is because if you were raised in a certain way, or you've been in relationships enough that it will make you feel like that. Oh, yeah, no, I can't because I don't deserve that. No. This is not about getting everything you want. This is about emotional fulfillment, actually leveling up as a person, ascending from what what you were to a higher level, being more receptive, but that's not the word I'm getting here. But anyway, castles in the sky. Continue to build those castles in the sky, because they're not, for a lot of you, this is not about castles in the sky. Whatever goal it is you've been reaching on, all the other stuff that's been going on, give it a minute, because you're going to start dreaming again. And guess what? It's not just you put the intentions into it. And yeah, well, I put the intentions into it a lot, and not, you know, it's always been taken away. Okay, well, if that's how you're going to think, then that's how it's going to happen, right? Okay, no, this is about you're deserving. You're deserving. And this time, I'm telling you, I'm sitting here looking at a fork in the road, and I'm seeing a person taking a path. Decision is going to be made. Decision has to be made. If you're sitting on a decision just because you want to ignore it, whatever, because you're scared, guess what? If you're scared of it, usually, if it's not a snake or something poisonous or crappy, if it's something could be very good, if you're sitting on a decision and you're ignoring it, it will bite you in the ass. Stuff is going to get crazier. So decision, I'm telling you, universally, decision, whatever it is, it's a go. It's actually not going to end up like it did before. I don't know why I feel like saying that. It's not going to end up like it did before. It's actually going more positive. Okay, guys, it's imminent. Yes, ma'am. That's the word. See, you're so good at telling me. I could just have you on here and just, okay, Shelly, tell me what, I know the word, but I can't get it out. All right, guys, it is, oh, I've got to get off here. Normally I would answer a lot of questions and stuff, but if you rewind, I did answer for somebody who was on here. I couldn't tell who it was, you know, because my setup's a little different today, and usually I can't tell anyway. I did give a couple of messages for people. Hopefully you guys were able to at least get some kind of positive direction. I know it's been rough for everybody. Just take a minute. This is just a slight glitch. That's, you know, castles. It's time to refocus. This is not gone. For a lot of you, this is actually the correct direction, but whatever has to do with decisions, and each one of you, there's going to be a decision guaranteed within the last week and a half, and it could change your life, but it causes fear. Okay, usually if you fear it, you're probably in the right direction, as long as it's not toxic or poisonous. You know what I mean? All right, guys, I do have to get off here because I do have to get shop open here. But if I have time, I'm hoping, like I said, I'm right with you guys. It's been kind of crazy. I am going to be getting more readings out. I'm not going to promise why or when. I'm not going to do that right now because, like I said, nuts. It's finally calming down today. But I am going to be getting online more, and I have a few ideas in my head that I'm going to be working on, but just like everybody else, let's get through the day and the week. Like I said, don't beat yourselves up too much. Actually sit back, and instead of this is for somebody on here, I can feel it. Instead of sitting here picking apart everything that hasn't gone right and everything that didn't work out in the past, it's time to, you know that there's a change coming. Open your intuition and know this time, this is right. It is right. Okay, so that's basically the message for the week. Have more faith in yourself. And for some of you, it's have faith in others. If you're used to being so self-independent and you do have other people around you, it's considering other people as well. All right. All right, guys, I hope you have a great rest of the week, and who knows, I may pop back on. All right, talk to you guys later. Bye.